Hi, I'd like to welcome you to my series called The Solution. It's based loosely on a book that I wrote that's on eBay right now. It's called Under Management. If I said eBay, I misspoke. It's an Amazon.com and it's an ebook. This whole series is going to be unrehearsed. It's going to be off the top of my head. There's no notes in front of me. And because I wanted to talk to you like I was talking to you if we were sitting here in my office right now. Our country is in deep trouble. And I've been watching for years, and I've been learning and understanding what's really going on. And it's not thanks to the media, because the media is a sore subject. It's actually the next chapter I talk about the media, because I believe that that's one of the major problems in our country is we don't get information, or we get one side of the story only on just about every topic. But there are problems in our country, and I'd like to keep this to about 20 chapters, and each chapter under 10 minutes, so we can talk about a problem and talk about some of the solutions. And a lot of the solutions are easy. The immigration solution is so simple, it's dumbfounding that our politicians haven't come up with the answer. But we're doing things wrong in this country, whether it's unconstitutional, the things that are happening, whether the things are done behind the scenes instead of above board, how we're approaching things, throwing money at problems as opposed to finding the best way of solving a problem. One of my professors, I was getting my bachelor's degree in business operations, made a very good point, and I've seen it happen in business enough that I believe it's true. And if you list all the problems that a business has, and I think it applies to government as well, when you solve and you put on the top one, the most important or the most troublesome problem. And normally when you solve that first problem, the other ones either become easier to solve or get solved in the process. In our country, probably, addressing greed and apathy, the core causes of why our country has been allowed to go as far as it has in the direction it has. I talk about separation of business and state. And if the Constitution says we have separation of church and state, why isn't there a separation of business and state? And if there isn't, then how can it really be a free market? Like people say, oh, just let the free market decide and quit messing with it with regulations and things like that. But see, there is no free market. It's manipulated all the time, and businesses are asking lawyers, our government, to enact laws when they don't understand about business and how business works. I talk about lobbyists. I talk about budgeting, the way we budget in this country. If we budgeted our home finances the way the government budgets, we'd all be broke. And guess what? Our country is becoming broke. Foreign policy, social programs. I'm not against, helping people who need. Maybe we have gone too far. I think we have with government handouts. There's mistakes we've made already that we can't take back. That's the main problem. So we have to live with things like Medicare. Social Security didn't even exist until Roosevelt was around. Our income tax didn't even exist until 1913. And it's not a coincidence that the central bank was formed, the Federal Reserve, which is not an arm of the government, was also formed in 1913. Because, see, now they can lend the government money instead of the government printing money. And they have our income taxes as collateral on the loans. I'm hoping that I can educate you Maybe even talking to you, my head gets clearer on some things as I'm talking to you too. I'm not going to pretend that this is going to be some sort of, Hollywood production. I'm not going to have any graphs or charts. It's just going to be me talking with a lot of ums and okay and pauses and things of that nature, because I want it to be that way. Because by now, we don't trust the rehearsed, planned speeches, and sometimes the stuff comes at you too fast when they have it organized. Sometimes a pause, or in this case, a choke, gives you a chance to absorb what people are saying to you. And I'm hoping that this will be an education, an eye-opener. I have no problem with people disagreeing with me and telling me why I'm wrong. Please, I welcome your comments. Make a video. Be nice, okay? I'm not being mean to anybody here. And I'm hoping that you enjoy this series and that it helps. And I'm hoping you buy the book. I got to tell you, I'll be honest with you, okay? I think this book, I think that everybody hopes that somehow they can make an impact, a positive impact on history. And I believe that if enough people read the book and adopt what I'm trying to say and understand the sacrifices and some of the easy things that do and some of the hard things that we have to do to put our country back on a track, a healthy track, maybe it's what I want to leave behind for my kid, is something a little bit better, a world a little bit better for my ancestors, if you want to put it that way. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it. The next chapter, chapter 2, is going to be on the media. And until we talk again, be safe.